Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Tynisis, and today we are reviewing some anime. We're finally going through. The spring season is over, and we're finally going to go through and tier list everything that we've seen, everything that I saw, the things that I watched and didn't watch, and dropped and loved and didn't. We're going to go through it all. We're going to see. We're going to finally put a full list of how I feel about it. It was an all right season. We had some really good ones in there. We had some not so great ones in there, but overall I feel it was a pretty good season. After that, of course, we're going to be continuing with our These Hands playthrough of Elden Ring, where we are doing the entirety of the base game and probably the DLC with just the hand-to-hand combat weapons, which I'm very stoked for. But this is nice and simple. Why complicate things? We're going to try and go in as depth as we can on each show, the ones that I actually know, the ones that I actually watched, the ones that I actually finished. And we're going to see how we feel by the end of it. So, here we go. This is the same tier list that we've been using the entire season. We did it once at the start for first impressions, which we will be doing next week for the summer season. We'll be doing first impressions for that. And we use this for the 5-week part. Nice and simple. How I'm going to do this instead, because the way I've always done it before was I just went through one by one and I just kind of ranked them. However, I feel like for the end of it, for the finality of a season and doing final rankings on it, we should probably go bottom up, right? What I didn't watch, what I dropped, what was bad, and then work our way to the top and finish strong with what I consider to be the top 5 of the season. Now, of course, this is always my opinion. If you differentiate and have a different opinion, or you don't like my opinions, that is totally fine and valid. Those are your opinions. You're allowed to have them, but please don't be a dick. That's all I'm really asking for here. Don't be a dick. This is what I like, and I hope that you agree, and we can have some lovely discussions on it. And if you don't, it is what it is, you know? You can't win them all. I just need to make sure that this is there and this is there, and I can see everything just fine. Which I think I can. Okay, so let's start with the things I didn't watch. I didn't watch The Banished Former Hero Lives As He Pleases. I already had so many of the same shows. I didn't want to do that. I didn't watch Black Butler because I have never watched Black Butler. I need to watch Black Butler. Some people say I need to watch Black Butler. I tend to agree. It looks fun. But I haven't, so I couldn't. Date Alive. Where's Date Alive? Date Alive. I've never watched Date Alive. So, yeah, that's not on the list either. The Duke of Death is Made. Once again, we're finding the pattern here, right? Finding the pattern. I tried to watch everything that I physically could watch. And that also includes Sound Euphonium. Now, that's something that I need to, that I should, that I know I should, and I just haven't, and I apologize for that. The Idolmaster. I think that's what that is. Didn't watch that. The Irregular at Magic High School. I think that's this. And Misfit at Demon Academy. I don't know which one of these is which, but they're both there, and I didn't watch either of them. My Hero Academia, I'm not caught up. I'm not. I'll get there. Newgate, didn't even try. Welcome Back, I'm Home. Which I think is this. I think that's what that is. Never got to that. Never got to it. I think it's an Omegaverse anime. So I don't plan to. Ever. Tuken Rambu. Or Tuken Rambu. I don't know how to pronounce it. I didn't watch that. I didn't watch Viral Hit. And I didn't watch Yadagasu. Yadagarasu. No, that's Yozagura Family. That one. Those are the ones I didn't watch. It's a fair amount, but I feel like that's not bad. I still watched all of these for the most part. Now we can actually go into explanations on why I dropped the things I dropped. These I have no reason for. I just didn't do it. First off the bat, I dropped the bartender. It was fine. It was actually a pretty good show. I liked the characters. I liked the vibe of it. It looked clean. The animation was really nice. It made me want to have a drink or two. But for the most part, it just, I don't know, it wasn't anything that I found appealing enough to want to stick with week after week. Like, there's nothing that really drew me back. So it's just something I kind of dropped. Blue Archive. Once again, it was just another thing that wasn't for me. If the gacha gamers love it, God bless. I hope they do. Because it looked fun. I kind of like the characters. I tried to play a bit of the game to get more of an understanding of what I was watching. Maybe then that's what I would appreciate. And I just didn't. I learned I cared less. So that's what that is. I gave this 3 episodes. I gave Bartender 6. 6 is where I cut it off. What else did I drop? Condition Called Love. I made it 3 episodes into this one. And quite frankly, I really just didn't like the main guy. I thought through the first 3, he was creepy, controlling, possessive, weird, stalkerish. It was uncomfortable at times. And I didn't like how they were kind of portraying that as a good thing sometimes. I really didn't like that. And after 3 episodes, I got fed up with it. I really got fed up with it. So yeah, I didn't keep going. High Speed Étoile. I gave 1 episode. I got 1 episode in. I'm gonna be so brutally real and honest. I got 1 in. And in that 1 episode, I didn't know what was happening at any point in time. There was a race, and they were talking about king and queen and how those two were going against each other, and it seemed like that was going to be like the pivotal part of the plot. And I didn't know who the main character was, and I think we found out in like the last 5 seconds of the end. That it was the person in like 3rd, maybe? Or maybe they were dead last. I don't even know. I don't know. So on top of that being just a confusing mess, it didn't look great either. It was a rough one. So I gave it 1, and I called it I called it quits after that. What is next on my list? It's weird now because as I'm pulling things out, things are starting to come out of order and I'm getting confused. Oblivion Battery. I understand the appeal for it. I do. I see why people would like it. Wasn't for me. I gave it 4 episodes. And on the 4th, I don't know, the same nipple hair joke. I got really fed up with that. It pissed me off. It made me so mad that every time that it happened. Which sucks because I liked all the other characters. I just didn't like the main guy that it was all about, and his memory loss. And I hated his character, and I couldn't do it anymore. I dropped it. Remonster. You know what? I did drop it. I gave it 7 episodes. I did drop it, but I'm also going to say it's bad. I dropped it and it's bad. All of these I dropped, but I can see there's an appeal for someone there, and I can see that appeal, and I get that appeal. Remonster I dropped because it was bad. It started off cliche, got way more cliche, and then just turned into a weird harem anime, but like not really, because none of the characters were interesting. It was just randomly scenes of this one dude fucking a bunch of girls. That was the whole thing. It was baffling. It was bafflingly bad. So yeah, I dropped that. Remember, not all dropped anime are bad, and not all of the ones that I watched to completion are good. We're gonna find that nice little fine line, and there are a few of them. Actually, there's not that many, but there are some. What else did I drop? Rinkai. Where are you, Rinkai? There you are. Rinkai was fine. Again, not really for me. The CG of the bike riding threw me off way too much. It wasn't stellar. I liked the characters. Someone's gonna have some enjoyment in there, but it wasn't for me. I gave it 2 before I dropped it. Shinkalion, this one might be on me. This one might be my bad. Because I think I was so fatigued with watching new shows by the time I got to Shinkalion. I can't help but notice. Is this? Nope, that's where it is. Yeah, I was so fatigued by the time I got there that I started the show and I got like 10 minutes in and I went, I don't want to be here anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. And I stopped. And there might be a good story there, but there was so many shows and I never went back. So to say I dropped it is unfair. I should say I didn't watch it because I really didn't. The Fable, dropped that as well. It was fine. Nothing about it really connected with me. I got 3 episodes in and I went, the animation got a little wonky at times. It was, but some of it was really clean. Like it couldn't find consistency in that. The main character was whatever. He wasn't interesting, nor was he boring. It was just a whole lot of bland. And I've heard the manga is great. I should reference that. I haven't read any of these mangas. So don't come at me for any of that. But I've heard the manga is great. And I heard a lot of people tout it. But the show itself just wasn't. It wasn't it. It wasn't it. Not for me. Boy Tombo. This one was actually really cute. And I if any show of the dropped that I was going to go back to, it might have been Tombo. I liked the concept. Guy moves to an island to get away from everything. He likes golf, finds a child. Child's good at golf. It's cliche, but it was cute and it was simple and it was fun and it was colorful. And the animation was actually really nice. But I just didn't. I got 4 episodes in and then I prioritized others. But it is one that I'm thinking of going back to. All right. That's everything that I dropped. Which means I watched all of these. I watched all of them. So let's go through. Let's go through and discuss. And we're going to start with the bad. And the one really obvious, real simple one that we're going to throw in bad is Vampire Dormitory. This was an unnecessary, unholy piece of garbage. It was nonsensical. There was no reason at any point in time for the main character to dress up as a boy. There was none. There was no justifiable reason at any point in time. She lost her job because she was too attractive as a man, and it was upsetting the other customers that were trying to get into the one place. And at any point in time could have just been, oh, that's fine. Because I'm not boy, I'm girl. But it didn't do that. Instead, they just decided to just struggle for a while until Hot Vampire Boys decided to take her in, thinking it was a he. And just, it sucked. It sucked. It wasn't good. It wasn't fun. It wasn't cute. There was no redeeming qualities about it. And that upset me. But it didn't upset me quite as much as the only other show that I have to put in bad. And that's Unnamed Memory. And a lot of people may be confused. Because if you look at my earlier lists, my first impressions, and even my 5-week, I had it ranked decently high. I ranked it that high for what it could be. But when I took some time to really delve into what it is, I realized how bad it was. It was 2 cardboard cutouts talking to each other, not listening to the other person, dealing with problems that did not need to be fucking problems. And no one showed any emotion for anything And the main thing that carries a lot of these shows where you just have like royal guy and witch, two star-crossed lovers trying to make it work is either they're cute and they're doing something special or different, or the supporting characters are so good that you can't ignore it. And this did fucking neither of it. It was just a dredge to get through. And then, spoiler alert, I'm gonna spoil some things here. So when you see the thumbs up, I'm done spoiling things. If you plan to watch it at all. The ending made me so fucking mad because I was hoping, hey, we finally got to a place. Maybe it will have a satisfying ending, conclusion. Something good will happen or something bad will happen. And then something bad starts to happen and you go, oh, okay. I can kind of see what's happening here. I like it. I like the idea. But then that falls flat and no one's happy. No results are made. We don't even know what happens. He gets sent to the past and ends up dying alongside her in the past or living there. No, he died because he doesn't exist because a bunch of other things didn't happen. So he's dead, but in the past. But she didn't get traumatized, so she's now no longer a witch and gets to live on. It was useless. All that happened was useless. He should have just left. I hated it. I was so angry. I was so angry. But hey, what can you do? You know? You can't win them all. But those are the bad ones. Those are the ones I consider bad. We're moving up. We're moving on up. It's only serviceable from here. And to kick off the D's, we're starting with Grandpa and Grandma Turn Young Again, which was not bad, but it wasn't good. If you go back through my list, I did drop this at one point. I went back to finish it because I decided to give it another chance. I got really fed up in the first episode with the entire family wanting to fuck the grandfather. I got really tired of those jokes. They weren't good jokes. And it did stop. They did, for the most part, cut the joke. However, there was still... There wasn't enough there to make it that entertaining. So it was fine. It wasn't bad. Someone out there loves it. And that's great for them. But it's a solid D. Also sitting in the solid D is... Where are you? Uh-oh. There you are, Got Game We Play. Again, I didn't have a bad time watching this. It was actually, some of the episodes were actually quite enjoyable. But it does fall into a monotony. It's the same problems and the same... Some of the games were interesting and some of the games were not very interesting. The final labyrinth sucked. I didn't enjoy it. But it was... what I was expecting when I walked in was effectively what I got. And that is the difference between a D show and a bad show. Is I knew what I was expecting and what I wanted from this show, and it gave me exactly that. I was tempted almost to put it in the C category because it actually delivered, in my opinion, more than just the trash that I was expecting. It gave me a little bit more. There actually were some fun characters. I was expecting the main god who's playing Leoshia? I don't know names that great. I was expecting her to be a way shittier character, and she was actually really fun, really smart, enjoyable. So I almost put it in C, but it is a D show, in fairness. So that's where it belongs. And the final D, again, this was a good season. Whisper Me, nope, I don't want to inspect nothing. Whisper Me a Love Song, which I had a lot of promise for at the start. I liked the idea of, instead of young new girl falls immediately in love with senpai and everything works out golden, I liked the fun little, oh no, she doesn't actually know what she's talking about when it comes to human emotions and feelings. But senpai is all over her. And now we've got a fun little love dynamic. And I like that we got a confession nice and early. I like that they became a couple actually halfway through instead of like right at the end, because it gave us a nice evolution of a relationship and we got to see it unfold properly. So I enjoyed that. I enjoyed a lot of that. But again, it just kind of became dull. There was, as soon as all that was done, it became a sad feud with another band and a girl that used to be in it, and none of it mattered. Some of the supporting characters were cool. I liked that the senpai's bandmate was in love with her and was kind of competing with the freshman. Again, sorry about names. I don't know them. I don't know them. You know how many shows I watched? You see how many shows I went through? I don't fucking know names. Yeah, it's the story started to get all muddled. And I saw that a lot of manga people were, or light novel people, I don't know which one of those two, was upset, and they all thought the adaptation was bad. So coming from as a fresh slate, I didn't think it was bad. It just wasn't that great. It's a D. It was a D. That's all I've got for D, though. That's all I've got. As for C, we kick it off with studio, apartment, good lighting, angel included. This is the exact kind of slop that I was hoping for when I saw it. And boy, did it deliver. It was fun. It was cute. It was simple. The characters weren't in your face aggressive about a lot of the things. It carried to tropes, but it didn't push too far into a lot of those tropes. Like, you know, of course there was moments of just like, oh, there's a girl living in my room, panties. Like there was some of that. But it wasn't too bad. A lot of these shows tend to really, really push those. And you sit there with a 30-second frame of a guy bright red holding a girl's underwear. And you're like, yeah, we get it. He's embarrassed. That's funny. So it didn't really do that. And it also, I really liked the friendship forming between all of the girls. I thought that was really cute, and how they kind of did their own separate things. A lot of the time, it wasn't entirely always centered around him, although it was a lot of the time centered around him. But for the most part, it was just a clean, fun slop show. What you want out of it, you get. It's not going to blow your socks off. It's not going to be anything incredible, but it is very good for what it's presenting. Did I really put this in C? Yeah, I guess. Shown another world with a level 2 super cheat power. This started in D for me. I brought it up to C. I want to say low B, high C for some of this, because it is good. I liked the relationship and how it evolved with Reese and Philo. Sir Fleo. That's the one. I actually do enjoy how the relationship evolved over time, and how it became more of a serious thing than just like, oh, she's kind of beholden to him now and sees him as a master. No, it really became a thing. The supporting cast is actually really good. I think the only reason that I have it in C is because there was another show that did a very similar thing but better, and that's effectively why it's there. Otherwise, I hope there's more. I did enjoy it, and I'm excited to see if there's going to be more of it. We'll find out. Lastly, mysterious disappearances. Very mysterious disappearances. This had the chance. No, it had everything given to it to be A this year. It did. A lot of the stories were spooky. They were well written. The characters were super interesting. The ghost stories and the spirits and the hauntings were all very cool. I loved our main dude here, Dashino. He had a super cool story. That the story of him and his sister was really nice. I like how it ended. It did end very well. It was so gratuitous for no reason. And a lot of people are going to come at me. Not a lot. I think the weirdos are going to come at me. And you're fucking weird for doing it. For saying, well, that's just part of the genre. It doesn't have to be. That's the fun thing about having good stories and good writing and good characters, is you don't need to resort to weird, gratuitous sexual nonsense for nothing but the shock of having it and the enjoyment of it being there. Especially when you're doing horror, supernatural, thriller stuff. It doesn't have to be there. Her having unbelievably massive boobs changes nothing other than the first episode, when it's a main part of the plot. And you go, okay, that's kind of weird, but it's at least part of the plot. Everything else didn't have to be. And it just drove me nuts, a lot of it, because it had such good things going for it. And then it would just stop doing the cool thing to show some nonsense. And it kept doing that. So I really wanted this to be an A series, and it had everything it needed to be an A series. And then it just fucking didn't. And then it just didn't do it. And that's so frustrating. It's so incredibly frustrating. Now for the Bs. And I think there are more Bs than anything else. Just for the most part, there were a lot of good shows this year. There just wasn't that many great shows this year. We kick it off with, I was reincarnated as the seventh prince so I can that one. Snooze. Go away, ads. I was reincarnated as the seventh prince so I could take my time fucking doing stuff in another world. I am a big fan of the show. I think having, firstly, it's a Shotokan show. So try to ignore that. Try to just take that in your mind and know that they keep sexualizing a small young child. And not inherently sexualizing him, but just like, you don't need that much thigh, Lloyd. You don't need that much thigh showing. It was unnecessary. But we're going to wipe that aside for a second and talk about the story. Because I like the story. I like the trope of the overpowered isekai is long done and it's overdrawn and everyone knows it well. I like how obsessive they made him to the point of demonic. He was scary to watch when he was learning new spells or facing a powerful figure or doing something. Because holy fuck, is he the scariest person on this planet? And they really did showcase that it's not super cute, haha, magic. Like, no, he's a fucked up child doing fucked up stuff. So I really like that. I like the supporting characters. All of them are great. I really like the last arc with the shadow assassins and that whole final battle at the castle and everything to do with it. I thought it was great. It's a B show. It's super fun. And if it's your kind of thing, hell yeah, is it perfect for you. But overall, as an experience, it's a B. Now, we talked about how there was one better than this, and that is why that is at a C. And it was the Archdemon's Dilemma, How to Love Your Elf Bride. Originally, I had this super low. I had this super, super low because I was so tired of the slave nonsense. Like, almost every show we have that has a fantasy setting, there's a slave girl that gets bought out by a good person. And now they're not a slave, and we're trying to help them and make them free and cool. It's a trope, and it's a trope for a reason because it's an effective storytelling thing. But I am tired of it. So initially I rated it rather low. Where it rose for me was in its side characters. The little dragon girl is fantastic. What an addition. And then we got, I wanted to say Bella Rosa, but that's this show, I think. We've got the Holy Knight girl who came in, and she was super fun, and she's a klutz, and she's clumsy, and she's silly. She was a great addition to the show. We've got his buddy, who's a piece of shit. Great addition to the show. And then at the end, we had the new butler that joined the mansion. They're all phenomenal characters that add a lot to support the main cast. And it makes both Zagan and I forget her name. It makes them both better having everyone else around. They become much more full characters by interacting with all the others as opposed to each other. So as the show went on, it just got better. So I'm actually really excited for another season of that, because I think it can only get better with that full cast included for a full season. I am stoked for that. All right, this one might piss off a lot of people, and I apologize, but this season, Konosuba was a B. It was okay. It's still good. It's still Konosuba. It still does all the things you want. Explosion and all. It gives you all of it. But on the whole, I just found myself like, all right, cool. Next. Like, what are we doing? The negative points of the characters became a crutch a lot this season. Except for Aqua. Aqua actually, she shined this season, which is nice because every other season she's used mostly as the butt end of the joke. But she actually did a lot this season, and I'm quite thankful for that. But for the most part, it was just fine. I was more excited to see where the show was going to go after than I was whatever the fuck was happening in the moment. So, you know, it's still good. It's still Konosuba. It's still very funny. I still think that whenever... Please hold. Yeah, okay. I just needed to make sure that I was right in saying Kazuma. I still think one of the best jokes in anime that is running is still whenever anyone's asking about Kazuma or talking to him, and they go, "But Kazuma," and he goes, "Yes, I'm Kazuma." That still to me is one of the funniest things that keeps happening. I love it so very much, and I never want it to end. So it's still good. It just wasn't as good this year. And that's fine, because there's gonna be more. A weird one I wasn't expecting to love as much as I did. The Many Sides of Voice Actor Radio. I could not stop watching this fucking show. I couldn't. It was really cute. The characters were excellent. I loved the rivalry, and that even though it caved to the trope of the rivals that care a lot for each other, they did it in such a nice way where it was rivals that care a lot for each other, but they're pushing that person to be the best version of themselves to beat later. And they have to work together, but there's always that. And I think they did a really, really phenomenal job with the two leads, bringing them into the world. You've got more of a vet, you've got more of a rookie, combining those worlds, showcasing both of them at their skills where they do best. I loved it. I really hope there's more. I think they were super fun characters. My mouth is dry as shit. Oh, there's an ad. That's fine. We're in the bees. Silly Twitch. Yeah, love the show. Mission Yozakura Family. Another B. It is what it is. It's, if you like Spy Family, what a great show for you. If you like silly shonen shows, it's what a treat. If you like comedies, if you like actions, if you like all of that, there's a bit of mystery in there. It's cute, it's fun. The family is sweet. I am a little tired of the brother. I'm a little tired of the brother who just loves his sister, and I understand the trope there, but holy fuck. But for the most part, I mean, it's just a fun show. It's just a fun little show. It doesn't need to be more than that. I'm still watching every week. It's still running. So we'll classify this as like the first half, or we'll qualify this as the first half. But it's not more than what anyone's asking for. It gives exactly what you're expecting. And it gives some good laughs doing it, and it gives some good action doing it, and it's animated very well. Nice and simple. Boop, 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 boop. This one hurts me the most. Where is it? Jellyfish Can't Swim in the Night. I had this as S at the start. I had it at S midway through. It didn't stick the landing. It just didn't stick the landing. It tried too hard to push an internal conflict that didn't have to be there. At no point in time did the arguments and fights that happened between the characters have to happen. And it felt more forced that it did. So the resolution didn't really matter to me. And that they were all happy, friendly, everything worked out in the end. It doesn't hit as hard when you don't feel like it was earned. Like there was any actual motivation. What did hurt, and this is a kudos to the animation team, is when that conflict started, and I don't remember names. I am so sorry. I don't know names. When this girl was yelling at this girl because of her own insecurities, the face that this girl made broke me because it looked like she was in pain. It was so beautifully drawn that I was like, oh yeah, holy shit, that girl looks betrayed. They did a really good job with that. But again, I don't feel like it was earned. And so yeah, the end just kind of lost it for me. And I love the show. It's still a really good show, but it could have been great. It could have been great. Oh, well, what can you do? Last one in B, the very final one. There it is. As a reincarnated aristocrat, I'll use my appraisal skill to rise in the world. A very good show. Actually got better as it went. There were some hiccups in the middle, sure, but it started really strong, and then we got a rise, and then it ended incredibly strong and super fun. All the characters are in place. Probably not all. There's probably way more. I got to read the manga on this one. But for the most part, everything's in place for the next season to just hit the ground running. So I'm stoked for that. I like the direction it went. I like the art style. I liked the characters. I liked the animation. I liked the story. I think I said that 3 times already. It was just good. It was just all around good. It's not gonna win anime of the year or anything, but it was just a really good show. And sometimes it's all you're asking for. I wasn't expecting anything out of it when I read the synopsis, and it truly delighted me. I cannot wait for more of it. And now we move into the A's. Now here's the thing about the A's. The A's in the top 5. I'm not going to do all the A's immediately, because by doing that, it would just let you know immediately what the top 5 is. So we're going to stagger them. I'm going to give you the first 3 of the A's, and then we're going to go 1A and one of the top 5. And we're just going to start eliminating that way, so that you know where I stand. And it's a fun little countdown. And when anyone watches it back, it's not just immediately obvious what I'm doing. Here's what's left. Right? Some curious choices, maybe. But this is honestly what I feel of what the best shows of the season were. So let's start with an easy A. Just an easy, no-nonsense A. And that's Astronaut. Astronaut shocked me from the start. First episode, I was confused. I was laughing. The characters were weird and witty and funny and silly, and I loved the art. I loved the color palette used. I loved all of it. I thought it was just great. And then it just got weirder and funnier as it went. Introducing the love interest that wasn't a love interest that the main character is supposed to be worried about, who never leaves his vampire getup, no matter where he is. That's very funny. When you've got an idol that's living in the same house that, comes out in track pants most of the days with her hair not done. To have a guy that keeps showing up with a cape and a royal vest is just so funny. It was just delightful and silly and stupid. And there probably won't be any more, and I'm fine with that. I had a blast. The next. Train to the End of the World. I wanted it to be in a top 5 show. It's fine. It was still a really, really good one. It got silly at some points, but then it got good silly at most points. There was the one episode they went to the town that ended up transforming like an idol TV or a magical girl TV show that they all knew. And that was one of the funniest fucking episodes I've watched all season. It was so damn funny. I liked the dynamic between the characters. It was animated so beautifully. The overall story was great. The villain was a shitbag. It ended kind of abruptly, so I wasn't huge on that, and I think that's the only thing that kept it out of the top 5. It was a good ending. The things that needed to happen happened. So I don't think there's anyone upset about that. But it did just kind of... It could have used one more episode as a guide-in, I feel. Or like even 10 minutes more of a final episode. I think that would have helped a lot. Other than that, great show. It was creepy in the right moments, and then it was really cute and endearing in a lot of the others. Tiny Town is one of my favorites. I loved everyone being so small while you've got a child. These are children. But a Gyaru running around looking like King Kong, climbing stuff and smashing helicopters. It was thinking back, that was really good. It was a great show. Please everyone watch that show. That was really fun. The last one I'm throwing up an A is a salad bowl of eccentrics. I pray to God there's more of this show. Honestly, it was tough keeping this out of my top 5, but I was looking at it and I was like, it's not a top 5 show. It isn't. It might be my favorite of the season. Like, just in terms of good versus favorite, it might be my favorite. It was so ridiculous off the bat and then did not slow down in the slightest. It always was clean. The animation was great. The characters were really funny. I love Sarah and the lead detective guy whose name I don't remember. I love their dynamic. I think they were super fun together. It never got weird, which I think is my favorite thing, is he effectively took this child in and they never made that a weird thing. They never made weird jokes about him not being used to having girls around, or like the fact that she's a child, or like no, that she's just here now. All is well, and they just kind of carry on with the story. I loved that. And I loved all the little side stories, and everything was so overblown and so ridiculous, but done so well. That is one of my favorites of the year. Okay. Now we're going to start going back and forth. As you notice, there's exactly 10. 5 of them are in my top 5. 5 of them are not, but they are still A's. And that is important. So let's start with the first one that I put in A. Gogo Lunza Ranger, or Sentai Daishikaku. Honestly, it was a tough one. It was a tough one between this and the one I actually put in the top 5. In its place. I loved a lot of things about this show. The reason I didn't put it in the top 5 is there was a 2 to 3 episode span in the middle there where it kind of lost itself. For me, this is a me personal thing. It lost itself for me before coming back in and ending really strong. I like the overall story. I like the overall vibe. It did a great job world building. You know what is expected of everyone around you at all times and what's going to be happening. And they still subvert the expectations just enough. I'm very excited for more. I can't wait to watch more. It was really, really good. But the show that I did put in the top 5 in its place is Yuru Camp Season 3. That one might lose me a lot of people. That one might lose me a lot. I put Yuru Camp Season 3 in the top 5 because I got every single thing that I wanted from the show. It's really tough when you're evaluating sequels versus brand new shows. And generally, I'm harder on sequels. Generally, just overall, I'm harder on sequels. But with a show like this, where you would think that it would start to run its course and you would get tired of the cute little shenanigans and they're going camping again and everything works out and there's no problems, it continues to succeed every single time in presenting a product that's so heartfelt and warm and you feel every moment of it in your being. It's just so cute and it's so well done and I love it so very much. And that's why it's in the top 5. It gave me everything that I wanted from it and I was expecting a lot. So for a season 3, that's pretty fucking good. People might hate that. I don't care. Next. Demon Slayer is in my A's. This was a good season. I preferred it to last season. I wasn't huge on the Swordsmith Village arc. I actually really like the training arc. I like that we got to spend more time with each of the Hashiras individually. I like that we got some more backstory to things. But it was effectively one long setup, an 8-episode setup for the ending. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's still an A. For you to get words, for me to consider you that highly, knowing that your entire season is just set up for the more important thing that's about to happen, is good. It's great even. Most shows that do that probably sit here for a season and then jump up to here. This one's gonna sit at A and then jump up to a thing above top 5. Next season's gonna be fucking crazy. And I can't wait for that. But this setup season, really good. The thing I put in its place was Windbreaker. Now, a lot of people, I saw some weird discussions about this. And not just from people on Twitter. I saw Garnt talking about this and saying how he didn't really like it. I saw a few people talk about how it was just standard anime tropes and standard shonen battle tropes and all that stuff. And I have to ask the question. What fucking show have you been watching where you got one episode with one of the coolest team fights, one dude versus 30, that I've seen animated in so long? A literal 1.5 episode setup and then a 5-episode non-stop fucking battle arc. Just, hey, here's the show. Oh, what are we doing here? Oh, shit. Most of the time with shows like this, we get like 1 or 2 battles that might be important, kind of fights strewn in through a season. And then we get one really important one at the end. And then we have to wait for anything else that matters. This came in hot, continued hotter. Because let's get real, everything that happened in Shistorin was holy shit. shit, those fights fucking rocked. And then we got a little bit of a lull. Now that we've introduced you to what the show is and who the main people are going to be, now we can start adding side people and we'll figure out where they fit in the hierarchy. It did a really good job of letting you know who the main character is, what they wanted to do with the story, and what their goals and ambitions were, and then spent 5 episodes showing you brutal action. And at the same time showing you that action, explaining why he's not fucking ready for that. So now that we know that he's not there, now we can start building a team and having him learn things. But I loved having that first. It wasn't, now I've got my squad and now we get our ass kicked and we'll wait till next season. No. We saw the growth that needs to happen now. And we got some really good fights doing it. And now we can carry on. And now we're in a really cool place. We've introduced the next team that we need to worry about. Who's going to be the main antagonist for the next season. I can't fucking wait for it. I thought it was excellent. I thought every fight was good. All the characters are cool. And holy shit, did Cloverworks just go so hard on this one. Top 5. Easy. Of the season? Easy. All right. The next one, going into A, is Slime. A lot of people probably have Slime lower. A lot of people didn't like how it was mostly conversation sitting at a desk. And they're right. That is what a good amount of the season was. However, that's exactly where the story is. The one thing I've always loved about Slime over every single other fucking isekai or fantasy show or whatever is the political world building in Slime is bar none the best. Bar none. There's so few shows that keep up with it in not just the world building, but how the political landscape adapts within the world as everything is happening. It is so fucking phenomenal in that front. So for me, getting a season where the first half and the back half, it's still running, by the way. I'm still excited for what's coming next. But so far of what's aired, the first half and the back half, with a little fight in between, getting more of that. Okay, well, we've just done a bunch of shit. I'm a demon lord. We've killed a demon lord. Here's what's happening in the world now. And here's what we need to do next. I live for that. I live for that. And I, as a person who lived for that, found no flaw in any of those desk conversations. Because if you actually listen to the things that they were saying, every single word is vitally important for understanding what is happening in the story and what is happening next in the story. And I thought it was great. I thought it was fucking great. It wasn't top 5. Because there's another isekai that absolutely deserves that top 5. And of course it's Mushoku Tensei. What a banger season. Once again, we start the season very slow. We get a lot of world building. We get a lot of character growth, character development. We reunite with a lot of characters. Start to build this new repertoire. And this new cast and how we're going to deal with it. Some unbelievable scenes with Rudius and Norn. That did so well. And then we went into the Labyrinth arc. And holy shit, did it just get better. It was already so good. And then it got better. It was such a, by the way, I won't say it was the number 1 in this season, but this is the order that I have it for my top 5, in case you were wondering. It was unbelievable. It was unbelievable. I love this story so much. I'm very happy how it ended. I don't like that we're building a harem. I don't, because everyone seems to have a harem these days. However, I understand the source material. I know what's coming. I know this isn't the end of that harem. But I am happy for the growth and development of not just Rudius, but every other character. it is crucially important for the story that not just the main character grows and everyone just becomes a facet attached to the main character that stays the same and helps their growth. Everyone else is evolving with it. And it really, this season really did a fantastic job at showcasing that. So top 5, easy. All right. What did I put next? My next A. Bison Wolf. Again, still running, so this will only count as the first half. But a redo of the 2000. How fucking long ago was the original? I have no idea. 20 years ago? But a remake. It is a remake, but it's a really well and tastefully and carefully done remake. It is paying very close attention to all details that need to be paid attention to. I think they've done such a great job with animating. Now that most people know how the story ends, and most people have seen that are watching the new one saw the original, and those that don't aren't spoiled by anything. But I think they've done a really good job with kind of highlighting and foreshadowing a lot of developments through the actions of Hollow and Lawrence. I think they've done such a wonderful job with it. The animation is beautiful, as if we expected anything different. The voice acting is incredible, as if we expected anything different. I'm stoked for the rest of it. It's still currently airing. It is currently an A. Who knows? By the end of it, it might be top 5. But right now, it's an A. Taking the place in the top 5, though, which might shock a lot of people. Tonari no Yokai-san. And I wasn't expecting this to be this good either. The first episode shocked me because I didn't quite know what I was expecting. And then you meet a lot of the characters and you get a lot of the lore, and we're talking about gods, and we're talking about spirits, and we're talking about how everyone cohabitates on the planet together and what that does and how it affects people. Right? What happens when you have this much spiritual energy in a plane of humans? What can go wrong? What can go right? So they did a lot of really cool things with that. But really where this show triumphed is the characters. There were so many characters that sometimes I got confused on who was who. But, Buccio was a really cool... He was a great glimpse into the yokai section of the populace and what happens now that this cat has been reborn and is now Nekomata. I forget what they're called. But they're now what they are. So how does that work? How do they transition into living with everyone else? What is new? Who's there to shepherd him? Does he still live with his family? What does he do from there? What powers does he have? There's a lot of... They really did a good job with him in bringing you into the world and how it develops from there. But then a lot of it was interactions between yokai and humans and why it was important for that relationship to coexist. So we had some really good episodes, really good character development, really cute, really funny. Wagon-san is my favorite character of all time. If you haven't watched it yet, he is literally a Volkswagen who is now a yokai. But that's it. He's a Volkswagen. And he can turn himself into a human body with a car head. That's him right there. And he's funny as hell. And also tragic and very sad, but really, really good. And what really sealed the deal, this was originally going to sit in the A for me, but what really sealed the deal was the last 2 episodes. And when I was sitting there crying my eyes out through the last 2 episodes, because holy fuck, I didn't realize how attached to these characters I was. That's what sealed it. I mean, this is one of the best shows of the year. It's top 2 minimum. Phenomenally well done. I hope there isn't more. That's where I'm sitting with it. It was so well done, and they closed it and ended it so fucking beautifully that I hope there's no more. I hope that is it. and I get to leave with just that memory and be happy with it. All right. We got 2 shows left on the board. We got Kaiju number 8, and we got Girls Band Cry. And I don't know why I'm pretending. Like anyone who watches this channel, those who don't, those are the first time here. Hi, how you doing? Anyone that watches this channel knows exactly what my number 1 is. They know what it is. Those that don't, you might be surprised. Kaiju number 8 is an A tier show. It's good. It's really good. It's really, really good. And it started slow, but that's fine. I like a bit of world building. I like a little bit of character development. Let's learn about the things we're doing before it takes off full steam. And then it ramps and it gets really good. And the action is crisp and clean and fun and colorful and bright. The characters are super fun. I did get thrown off every so often by the character design. There's a few angles where I sat there and went, it doesn't look really good. But that was like 2% of the time, almost a negligible amount. So I don't really want to add that into my rating as a whole. But for the most part, it was just a really, really, really well done story. Really great action, great characters, great dynamics. Everything about it was so good. It just wasn't a top 5 show. Not for me. And I know that sounds crazy when Yuru Camp is sitting there, but I stand by that. I fight for that. And my number 1 is going to be Girls Band Cry. It's got to be. This show was so good that even without having a proper English translation, because no one picked it up for some reason, even with fucking machine translated nonsense, it was still that good that it could not be denied. Let's start off with Toganashi Togeari. Let's start with them. What a great band. I don't know if anyone knows the band behind the characters that have been made. But from what I read and what I understand is Bandai Namco, Toei Animation, went out and did a talent search for the band and then made the anime around the band. Instead of pulling a bunch of voice actors idols together and making a band within the show, they found a band first. And if you haven't listened to Toganari, oh my God. Togeari. Thank you. If you haven't listened to them or their full album, do that. It fucking rules. But that's not why this is number 1, although the music does slap. It's so hard to get any credit with a lot of anime fans as soon as they see CG. They immediately dismiss every part of the show as soon as they see CG. And that was a fair thing to do 10 years ago. And even then, there were still outliers. But there's an understanding there that there was a cheapness and a bad quality to certain CG. What they've done with the characters in this, specifically how expressive they are, was the whole purpose. And fuck, are they expressive. You know every emotion that is going on at every point in time. And I think that's why the show is so good, and why I really praise the animation on this is I'm reading a bad translation of it. Trying to pick up words that I know and doing a self-translate live while it's happening. I don't speak Japanese. But everyone is so expressive and so, it feels so honest that I don't feel lost in what's happening ever, even if the words are nonsense under the screen beneath me. I never felt lost or confused. It was just really, really good, and I loved each of the characters. I loved the story and the journey that they're on. Sometimes Nina got a bit annoying, but that's the character. What a phenomenal fucking show. Absolutely, absolutely 100% my favorite of this season. Bar none, without a question. I think it's the best. And I really hope there's more. Because more not only means more show, but it also means more music. And I'm really hoping for that. Because I love it. I love it a lot. But yeah, that's the list. That's where I sit. My top 5, down to bad, down to drop, down to didn't watch. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you agree. If this becomes a video, when this becomes a video, let's get real. And I'm going to plug a bit here. Go to my YouTube. It's youtube.com/profile/ I don't know how YouTube works. It's Ty Nice is there. We're live there right now. But I'll post it as a video later. And I want comments below. Tell me what you like, what you didn't like, what I got wrong. Respectfully, of course. Let me know what I got wrong. And what you agree with. But other than that, there it is. Now, I think it's time for some Elden Ring. Let's do it. I gotta close a bunch of shit now. I also gotta change a bunch of shit. Category? Elden Ring. Done. We're gonna update that. Actually, we're going to update the name entirely. Hand to hand only. And we'll deal with that. And then this. I need to update as well. Edit. We need to change it from film and animation to gaming, and it's Elden Ring, and you know it is. Now we can close that. We can come back here, even. And I can turn off. Oh, I should save this. We can turn off the neon white music. Maybe. I love neon white, though. I really need to start streaming that. Chat's ready to display messages. Thanks. Oh, sorry, one sec. All right, Elden Ring. Boop. And we're on. All right, the goal once again is always the lands between doesn't know about these hands. They just don't. They have yet to learn about these hands because they've never had to deal with them. So I'm here to introduce them to these hands. I don't remember where we are. Oh, yes. We just killed Ghost Loretta because we made it all the way to the end of Nokrum and was told we don't have the right to continue. So we need to go talk to Ronnie first. And then go deal with that. But it's time to show. Oh, we killed Radon. And we killed Godric. So we now have access to Landel. The problem more is the Dragon Tree Sentinel. That's sitting in the way. And I hate that boss. I really do. I hate him intently. But I'm only using these hands, so I don't think there's a way around this. We're gonna have to deal with it. Because normally I would just do the parry strat, where you parry the shit out of him, and then kick his horse in the butt and let him fall off the edge. Normally I would do that. But hey, we'll find a way. I also should change my armor. I really do like this armor. I think it's neat, but we should change it. Ronnie!
Thou must have some, though I have no reason intriguing. Wilt thou end? I am the witch that I might one day. Well,
Yeah, I'll serve you.
Thou art, but I require. I anticipate. Good. Art thou a wit left to go there to? Ah, yes. Like thee, heed not their. I'm sure the.
Okay, I do have to talk to them. I was hoping that because I'm already on the Nokron portion, that maybe I wouldn't have to talk to everyone. But it seems I was wrong. EG.
A grand reward, pleasure, the Carian royal.
Oh, that's fun. I've never been here after killing Radon. Like, I've never come here for the first time after killing Radon. So it's nice that they acknowledge me. Blythe isn't here. Yeah, why is Blythe not here?
See, yes, I am. I don't know what it is, but since I ask,
Okay, you have nothing new to say.
Should if it were up, but who? I come and pay. Should if it were up, but.
EG, do you already have Blythe trapped in the Everjail? Dude. The fuck? Do I have to go kill Darwill? Before I can release him? Hi, Ronnie.
Ah, I shall. And it will be this doll's. But still, I look.
Sounds good. Can I leave now? Excellent. All right, let's go get Blythe out of there. Might as well kill our board Darwill while we're there. So the good news is, you don't actually have to talk to Selin ever to do Ronnie's quest. And I love that. Big fan of that. Yep. Yep. Ah, punching dudes in the face is so cool. Yeah. I love it. I love this weapon on a horse. It's so funny. All right, let's go get our boy. Take America. All right, big guy. Come on. Easy. I do love that Bloodhound Fang.
Oh, it's you. It's me. Old Age told me I'd bring no, but there's no chance.
There you are.
I thought, honestly,
Come on out, Betty. Betty. Buddy. Buddy, come on out.
My thanks. I'm going to see Miss... I don't know what came up. But even if the odds are... No. The fight against her... I'm going to see Miss... I don't know what... But even if the odds...
Hey, no problem. She is safe currently. So be thankful for that. Ancestral Woods. It's the Eternal City. Night Sacred Ground. Don't mind me. Excuse me. Coming through here. It's not really a complete run. Unless Estelle learns about these hands. It's so weird I couldn't open that until now. Like, what does it matter? What does it matter when I get that? You know? Ronnie, oh no. I did the thing you wanted. I really wish, and I said this last stream, but it doesn't make it any less true. I wish if Mikola got to ride Radon for that final fight,
Not blood. Even in my... It is in thy... My thanks soon.
I should be able to carry Ronnie with me.
My strange... I am so... I must thank you, May. It was but...
Thank you. I've never been there. It'll take me so long to get to there. But I don't think I need to. I think I can just kind of cruise on through here. Yeah. Sure can. I'll at least go start this. Go pick up the witch's garb while I'm here. Hello, I would like to be a witch. Thank you. And away we go. Yeah, in no way, shape, or form are we strong enough to fight Estelle yet. Not even a little bit. Miniature Ronnie, how are you? Let's have a chat. I have things to say to you.
Oh, or is it me? Fine. I had...
Yeah, I talk to dolls all the time. Don't worry about that.
The name of I won. Before eliminate the name of I won. Before eliminate the name of I won.
Cool. Sounds good to me. We've got the Ainsel River main. I guess it's Volcano Manor time? Nah. Good deal with Lyondell. Where do I get Bell Bearing 3? I get it in the mountaintop, so I can't really do anything about that. Can I get... So what level is my weapon? 12? So I've gone +4. Can I get 5s and 6s in the Altus? I don't think I can. Let's find out really quick. Oh, not materials. I want upgrade materials. Oh, yeah. Hold up. No. I can get 5s. I can get a lot of 5s. At least get up to level... That's not the cave I was looking for. This is the cave I was looking for. Yeah, I can get straight to 15 if I do 2 of them. I can go straight to level 15. And I can get, I believe this is from, yeah, the Falling Star Beast gives me some 6s, but I don't really need that. And I can get some 6s in Volcano Manor. But not enough. Get literally like 2 levels. If that. 1. I can get 1 level. So I might as well go do the 2 to get to plus 15. And then we'll see from there. Hi, friend. I would like to buy things from you.
Are you here as a cousin?
I guess we'll sell some stuff. So I will need those.
I must have.
Down. 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 Ow. All right, this one first. And I believe I also get something from here that I want. Is it the somber smithing stone? It might be. I know there's something of important here. I want to say it's the somber smithing bellstone. Or bell bearing. Where's the entrance? There you are. Yep. Down we go. I don't remember what boss is here. Probably more Crystallians. But you can't fucking hide from them. There. Yeah, there's the first 5. Silly snails. Uh-oh. I don't like what's happening here. God damn! Fists do not care that you are made of stone. What was that? Why did... All right, cameras, you can do this. Uh-oh. I need to not be in line of sight of that guy. Is what I need. Oh my god, I need Sacred Tears. I forgot Sacred Tears. Jesus Christ. All right. Where you at? This rock for dealing with these guys. Look at all these fives. I was only supposed to get 5 of them from here. Am I gonna get? Nope, not today. May! It's been going well. We did our anime review. I am happy with it. And now we're just trying to upgrade our hands more. Because I don't want to deal with the Dragon Tree Sentinel. I just don't. Oh, now that you're here. Boop. There you go. I don't think it is ready to display messages because you just displayed a message and then you ignored it. Embed in stream. Copy. Close. Got overlay. You. Paste. You know, once I would like one thing that displays chat on my screen to work functionally. I don't think it's a bizarre request. I think it's a normal one. But we'll see. I'll leave it there, and when that message decides to go away, we'll figure it out. Oh, thanks for you. It is Crystallians. I can see them. Oh, it's not that bad. Wow, I do so much damage. What? Do I just bypass their bullshit? You're next. They were not ready for these hands. Oh, that was early. That was early. That's gonna come at me. Yeah, I'm just burning through their guard. It is a Somber Stone. Cool. That's insane. Let's go fight all the Crystallians. What the fuck was that? Hell yeah.
took you for no matter it's
Yeah, that's fine.
your arms then.
I got 6. Excellent. It isn't that much of an improvement, but it is an improvement. It's making me feel just a little more confident, you know? And that's all we need. It's just a bit of confidence. Uh-oh. Listen, demi-human. This was a mistake. I've made one. Why are you all so mad at me? Hey, hit your friend here. Hit your friend. Yeah. None of that was necessary, but it felt good to do. It just felt good. Lux Ruins. Hola. God, that's an easy bleed. Yeah, I'm not quite hitting her all the time. Ooh. Rough camera angle didn't go well. And here's the first boss that we're having a legitimate issue with hitbox. As in, some of them just aren't hitting. Really unfortunate. All right, let's try this again. Oh, it would help. Why are you being weird about it? Bum. Go ahead, charge me. Charge me. Charge me. I was being facetious. You weren't supposed to actually. Top 3? My top 3 was Girls Band Cry, number 1. Tanari no Yokai-san was number 2. And this season of Mushoku Tensei. It was really good. And then I had, in my top 5, I also had Windbreaker and Yuru Camp. Because I love Yuru Camp. And I will apologize never. I will never apologize for that. Bum. Ba-dum. Yeah. Grace. I didn't pick up my other runes. Just forgot them. That's all right. We can get back up there. Whoop, 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 whoop. Can we get back up there? I don't think by normal means. Well, shit. Oh, well. It's 20,000. Who cares? I'll make that back. What I want to do anyway. No, I want down. It's this one that I want. I honestly thought that was a bug and not a crab. Silly me. Ring ring. Is this the one I wanted? I think it was. Hey. Yeah. I still don't have a lantern. There's some really good. I'm excited for next week to do first impressions on summer. 'Cause there's some really good ones. At least from a first impression standard. There's some really, really good ones. Namely, I think it's called Wistoria. It's another person at a magic school can't use magic, but they're incredibly strong physically. It's another one of those type things, but it's animated beautifully and the characters are really cool. And then we've got our seasonal Yaoi show, which is a college roommate story. They're roommates. The one of them is gay, the other isn't, but the non-gay one realizes he has feelings for the other one. And they end up the non-gay roommate is in the drama club or the filmmaking club. And the filmmaking club is making a boy love movie. And they cast the guy's gay roommate as the love interest, and I think that's gonna be a thing. So that one's cute. The characters are cool. They're not skirting around the bushes of what they're trying to do there. They are in no way hiding what that story is. So I'm stoked on that one. It's you know what? It's really good. My biggest problem with a lot of the Yuri and Yaoi bait is this isn't even bait. This is just a straight Yaoi story. But a lot of the anime of that sense is just bad. It's just generally not good. This has promise. It looks fun. The characters are attractive. But they actually have like personalities and shit. It's crazy. I already did this, right? Yeah, it looks like I did. Yep. What else? There's a... Oh, this is this fucking place. We've got, I don't know. I'm going to pull the definition of this one because I don't know if it's a trans story or just the guy enjoys dressing as a girl story, which a lot of the time ends up being a trans story, but for the most part I think it's just the latter. But they've got, yeah, let me 1 sec, let me find this. Da-da-da-da. But the first episode was really good. History. Dear friend Nokotan, you know what? It was gonna be the joke of the season, but fuck, is it funny? Fuck, is it really funny? Yes. Okay. It is Senpai is an Otokonoko. And Otokonoko is defined as a Japanese term for men who have a culturally feminine gender expression. So that's, yeah, it's a trans story. But it's a really fun one because you've got underclassmen. Oh, you've read that one? Yeah, I enjoyed the first episode. I like the little competition between the girl and the best friend that clearly want the attention. I find that fun. Why is my camera that far off? Maybe. Oh shit, I forgot you guys are right here. Is it any good overall, or am I gearing up for disappointment? Ah, gotcha. Okay, that's nice. I'll take pretty good. Nothing wrong with pretty good. Yeah, I'm dead. Yep, there it is. That's fine. I forgot to get potions. I forgot to restock. Another one that might be super cute is Gigi Haram. Gigi Haram. One of those two. It's two kids in drama club, and the girl acts out a bunch of different tropes of high school girls, all for the affection of the one guy. So she is the harem. That one's fun. I'm enjoying that. One of the surprises for me is there's one. I just want to. Please. I just want rocks. Just give me the rocks. Yeah, a lot of romances. This one through, which is great. Because last season didn't have any, or any that were any good. Forgot about that last part. The diabetes of this season, and by that I mean the one that's so aggressively sweet and cute, is actually an isekai. Which, again, how many times can you retell a story? But this guy finds two twin children in the forest, and he starts raising them. And I thought it was going to be a bunch of slop, and then it was really cute. It was really cute. It's 2 episodes, just adorableness. I liked it a lot. Then we've got the weird romances. We've got a guy who falls in love with his maid robot.
Well,
That's an interesting one.
no matter it. Lay out your arm.
And there's a girl who expresses her feelings for the guy in Russian. I forget the name of it, but it's something along those lines, where she acts cold and stuck up most of the time, but then whenever he does something, she goes, "Oh, that's so cute," but in Russian, so he doesn't get it. But the twist is he does know Russian. So he knows everything. And for some reason, I think this one's going to frustrate me because he knows, and she doesn't know he knows, but he's not saying anything about it. So it could be really cute. Visuals are stunning. Absolutely gorgeous looking anime. But I have a feeling it's going to Dangers in My Heart me, and I'm going to have to sit there for 3 seasons while they figure their fucking lives out. And I don't want to do that again. Dangers in My Heart hurts. It hurt to watch because I wanted it to happen so badly. And it just kept not happening. Bum bum ba-dum bum bum bum. That's the problem, and I understand that feeling 100%. Once you've heard enough, it starts to become, well, I can't tell her now. But I've already found a workaround to this. Is you easily can just go, yeah, you keep saying things in Russian to me, so I went and learned some of the words. Because I wanted to know what you were saying. And I think that's a fair and justifiable reason to get out of it. And you can drop that at any time. But then you really have to remember how much Russian you told her you know. You can't go too far. You can't accidentally know a super complicated word. Or like a colloquial saying.
His customer. Well,
Perfume or bottles, not the same. You don't have anything fun. I should buy a torch. Wait, I have the ghost flame torch, don't I? Yeah. What? Now this is the best way for me to remember I'm dual wielding. Ghost flame. All right. Dragon Tree Sentinel. See what we can do. Yeah, overall, I'm very excited for the summer season. Of course, I haven't even started the Suicide Squad Isekai, which is one of the ones I was most excited for. The biggest problem is, why should I buy the Sentry Torch? The biggest problem with the... Oh, yeah, it does. Yeah, that's probably not a bad call. I'll do that after. Yeah, the biggest problem with the Suicide Squad Isekai is It's on Hulu or it's on Max. And guess what? Things aren't in Canada. Fucking neither of those. And it's usually the things that go on Hulu. I just end up on Disney Plus for Canada. Not this one. So I think it's actually on, for me, it would be on Crave. I have Crave, but stop making me go to 30 different sites to watch things. Oh, that's garbage. Uh-oh. Nope, didn't get out in time. And I'm dead. Yep, I mean, I'm not fucking... I pay for so many things because I try to do things legally. And then they keep making it harder for me to do things legally. Like, it's fucking trash. I'm trying to be a good person. Let me be a good person. My monthly charges are insane. They're insane. Whoops. I'm getting hit like a fucking truck. Yep. What else surprised me? There's so many shows. There's so many shows. I need to quit my job and be a full-time fucking anime tuber just to watch the shows I want to watch. Let alone the trash I put myself through just to see if there's a hidden gem somewhere. Oh, garbage. Oh, shit. Ah, I thought it was over for sure. I didn't die? Yeah, that one I got caught. I didn't do it right. Oh, shit. Oh! It's over. I'm fucked. Yep. Yeah, I noticed when I was doing this last tier list, at what point I start to taper off of a lot of things and what shows I'll give more time to. And it's all based on expectation. I'm expecting most isekai to be trash and most fantasies to follow similar tropes. So I give them more wiggle room than I should. Ow. What a rude thing to do. Yeah, that was a mistake. Ah! It's over. Yeah, I'm fucked. Woo! Fuck, I walked right into it. Fuck! I accidentally clicked in. I do this every time. I turn it off when I fight Millennia now, because when I get tense, I click in the left stick, which causes me to crouch, and then it negates my roll. And it happens every time. It happens every time. So there are times I switch my crouch for my up here. The only problem is I have to change it back because that's how I dismount from my horse. I'm not running one. Yeah, life would be better if I chose to. I keep forgetting I need to go kill the tree sentinel in Weeping Peninsula so I can get the health over time and the bubble, because those are my favorite. And then switch them out, switch the bubble out for just pure raw physical defense. That's the best way. Uh-oh. Ah! Fuck! I thought I would get that. They're both C. It's Dex and Strength for C. But I'll take survivability over damage. Because, like, that... Getting the Strength or Dex tier with this specific weapon doesn't provide enough... I don't think would provide enough of a damage boost to matter. It might be a bit, which is cute, but... It actually does a decent amount of damage. I sell this short. Yeah, do that more. Oh, I got greedy. Oh, we're good right here. Oh! What? Woo! That guy on that horse, he got these fucking hands. Oh, it can be blood. Oh, yeah. That is a great question. Maybe because he has so much fucking area deniability, that getting close to him to hit enough times to do that is horrendous. Get two more. Let's go endurance. Margot's gonna be my biggest problem because Margot is always my biggest problem. Or Morgott. And Morgott's my biggest problem because Margot's my biggest problem. I don't do well on these fights and I do not know why. However, I did much better against DTS than I thought I would, so who knows? Maybe it's a renaissance for these hands. Y'all can live. I don't mind y'all. Doo-doo. Doo-doo. And this is where Bach would be if I cared. I find it really funny that when everything's blown up, like this becomes the capital of Ash. I like it when they stand still. I'm not gonna lie. When this is the capital of Ash, you can still climb these ramparts again and go back to that room where Bach is supposed to be. And it's not technically part of the capital of Ash. Like, if you walk out that door, it's normal Landel or normal entrance to Landel. So just like, I don't know, block that room and don't take away my portal to Bach. I don't think that's asking a lot. Nope. I'll run right into your bubble. I don't care. What's a bubble gonna do against these hands? Ba-dum. 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 Uh-oh. Yep, that's fair. I deserve that. Ah, you don't need to do them. Every NPC questline ends the same way. They die. Except for Bach, 50% of the time. You can kill him. Or you can not kill him personally, but you can end the quest line where he dies. But you can also end the quest line where he lives. So he's the one good story. Ronnie never dies. We make Ronnie queen. And we always make Ronnie queen. All right, we're going to ignore this guy first. Get the... Hello. Nope. We're going to grab this Grace first. Well, that's rude. Yeah, that's fair. I came out to fight and you're already shooting magic? Monster. Come on down. I want to fight. There you are. All right, I can't do 3 hits. That's a mistake. That's a mistake. These are the main things I test weapon timings on, because I know the timings for this thing. I will forever love... Oh shit, I got stuck on something. Bump. Bump. That did no damage. Bump, 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 bump. Yeah. All right, Ronnie's appeal. Oh, I get the Fia appeal. Oh, no one's questioning that. 100% understand the Fia appeal. For me, with Ronnie, I just love my little bratty child who is mad at her dad and decides that the world should suffer because of it. I'm a big fan of that. And the world isn't gonna suffer because of it. But you know, it's gonna be different. She said, fuck this guy and fuck the girl who he's with / is. I'm gonna kill their firstborn son and then discard my flesh of the whole thing. Deal with it. But you weren't supposed to be here yet. All right, can I deal with these things in a way that doesn't suck? The rudest thing they did with these guys is make them fast. I do love the Lord of Frenzied Flame. I love the Lord of Frenzied Flame a lot. And he is the Lord of Frenzied Flame is my favorite boss in the DLC. Hands down. That guy rules. Bum, bum, bum. Yep. Up. I've never gotten stuck by you before. That's unfortunate. I didn't mind the sunflower. I liked the idea of the fight. It wasn't great, but like, for a throwaway fight in the middle of nowhere, it's not bad. I think the upsetting part is that it gives you Miquella's Great Ring. Like, oh, now you're lore important. Bum-ba-dum. All right. Go, 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 go. Ignore all of them. Yeah. Hey, where you going? Thank you. Oh, y'all have too much health. Hi. Little death monsters. And a hello to you. Who's got your own shit going on. Let's lure you away from the staircase. Shit! Oh, I didn't open the gate for the shortcut because I was hoping to make it. Unfortunate. I guess I'll fight that one. Yeah, I forgot to open that gate. Amateur move. Boop, 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 ba-doom. The Ghost Flame torch is just so much nicer on the eyes than all the other torches. Idiots. All of you. It is really cool. The one thing I noticed about the DLC that I love that they just did not do in the base game, there's a heavy additive to each fight of resistances and weaknesses. Like, Ghost Flame dragons are weak to holy. They just are. Everything in base game is weak to bleed. Which, yeah. But, like, having elements attached seems to matter way more against bosses in the DLC than they did outside. I know if you use lightning or holy against the putrescent knight, it fucks it right up. Don't hit me. Oh my god. Goodbye. Don't hit me a third time. Ha ha ha. Shortcut. Shortcut. None of these enemies matter. Only Moog. Bum-ba-dum. Neat. I shouldn't have needed 3 heals for that. Goodbye. Why am I wanting to kill Mini Moog? He's not even necessary, so, like, I'm not sure. But it's fun to do so. Whoop! Oh, that's the one I want, right? That second one? Yeah. Down I go. Listen. How dare you? I might frenzied flame it. Why not? Frenzied Flame has the coolest ending, firstly because Melina survives, and that's always cool. But when she talks about hunting you, that's just great. That's just good shit right there. I'm a fan of it. All right, fake Moog. Wow, do I not do damage to you? Oh! Yeah, I shouldn't be here. Uh-oh. That's not what I wanted. Try it again. Getting one shot sucks. Whoops. Ah, I was early. Fair enough. Yeah, so I thought for the longest time that there would be a secret if I did that. If I took the frenzied flame, burned myself so Melinda was mad, and she wouldn't burn herself, and then do Millicent's questline to get the needle, go to Placiduous Arena, remove the frenzied flame, and then finish the story like normal. I was convinced when the game first came out that that would be a secret ending, and it just wasn't. And that made me angry. So then I was... There really should have been, right? So then I was like, oh, when the DLC will come out, maybe they'll make that a thing. And then they didn't do that either. Who are you swinging at? I'm always so early on that roll. And I'm always so early on that roll. Every time. Because, like, we know so much about the lore of Melina, but nothing concrete. Like, there's... Like, we effectively know she's the Glomide Queen. Or has a tie to. Oh, that's fun. I didn't even know that. It alludes to the fact that she has some relation to the Glomide Queen. And we know from text dialogue in the DLC, or from item descriptions in the DLC, that she is a child of America. So, like, why aren't we doing anything with that? Oh, that's fun. Probably something I've seen, but never really, like, caught on to. So that is fun. I like that. Bum 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 bum. Nah. Ow. Ow. I'm not fighting you either. Hi, friend. This is the first time we've done this. I forgot.
My utmost for bringing here, and thus I shall depart.
Speaking of which, hello.
Farewell. I shall leave. I wish you luck. You have. I have no.
Let's go grab this. Thank you. Are y'all sleeping? Good. Ow! Stay down there for a bit. I need to go get some sacred tears. This is not enough of them. I shouldn't fight them. I'm gonna die. Gold free. Whoops. I'm so used to his first attack being the jump and throw the axe. I wasn't ready for a normal attack. Was not ready for it. Oh, I got hit by the actual foot. Yeah, that's gonna hurt. Ah, there's another one. You know, this fight gets a lot of flack, but it doesn't get a lot of credit for how good it feels when you're up close. Like, dodging all those attacks and attacking when you can feels really good. It is an easy fight. But when you don't do a lot of damage and the fight lasts a long time, it's a good feeling fight. Why did I attack again? let's get out of the corner and the weirdness. I didn't mean to start attacking. Bop, bop. Bop, bop. Nope. Woo! All right, out of the corner. Oh, shit. It's doing this again. Come on. Out in the middle of the arena. Don't want to do this. I deserve to get smacked for that. Woo! Come on out. Ooh. There we go. Talisman pouch, please. Got 96,000 runes. I shouldn't be here. I can just go pure 6 into strength, which would be cool. But let's also vigor is always important. All right, I need to go visit some churches. Because oh boy. Am I pretty desolate right now. I heal for like a quarter of my health, and that's just not good enough. Let's go get a few things done. And if we're doing Frenzied Flame, I guess we got to go do Hyetta. I mean, we don't have to. At all. We don't have to at all. Never mind. Fuck her. Oh. Do I have any other talismans? I feel like I haven't been getting them. Guard counters don't matter. Yeah, let's do Ritual Sword. I still got to go back to the Finger Reader Crone in Round Table and get my last talisman slot. Whee! No need. Just fun. Hola. Stone sword keys are valuable. We're going to skip all this. Hey, it's good to see you alive. We're going to try and keep you that way. Dog. I should also get rid of that. That might be big. Whack. Around we go. Trying to think, what's my equipment load right now? I'm light loaded. So I might want to go pick up the talisman that gives me... Hi, puppy. I might want to go pick up the talisman that does more damage the lower my equipment load is. That might be a good option. You staying here? All right. Where am I right now? Where did I just wander off to? Too far. Boing. Because in this area, at least we can get to +4 for the Flask of Crimson Tears. I'd feel better about that. Thank you for this. We're going to snag this as our only thing in the Weeping Peninsula. Smack. Missed. Didn't miss. Away we go. Hello. Yeah, just you don't hit them if you stand right in the middle with fists. Perfect. That's what I wanted. Don't jump off. Perfect. Straight to the church. Boop. We're going to go around. I don't want to deal with the headless guys. Thank you. Cool. I feel better now. Trying to remember. I don't think there's one at the Grand Church up here. I don't think there's a flask or a sacred tear. I don't remember where there are some. Not there. Not there. I don't know if there are some in Caelid. I know there's one there, two there. I don't think there's anything else. None. Oh, no. Absolutely, there's one there. Vike's also there. Is there one here? Can't remember. Well, you know what? Let's go check it out. Gold free? Oh, yeah. Very dead. Now I'm just snagging some sacred tears so that I don't heal for 20% of my health. It's all fine and dandy to have 10 potions, but if you need to use 4 of them every time you get hit, Wonderful. There was one here. Like this. And now we go up. Smack. Forgot about those. You know, there's a lot of lore behind Vike. But the one thing we don't know about him is if he can catch these hands. And I feel like he shouldn't be as important of a person as he is unless he can, in fact, catch these hands. Doo-doo, doo-doo. Rats. Tiny little monsters. All right, I'm healing for 50% now. That's an increase. We'll wait. Hello. And now that's done forever. Vike. I'm coming in, Vike. Ba-dum. Ba-dum. Ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. Hell yeah. It kicks me off my horse so early. Where you going, Vike? You're not getting me with your weird madness laser. Yeah, same. Forgot about that. I'm going to be brutally honest with you. Goodbye, Vike. Yes. All right, now I feel better. I feel better and safe. So before we wrap up, let's go at least say hi to Morgoth. Oh yeah, I don't have Queen's Bedchamber yet. Yeah, that monitor right there. Part of my work setup. Because I've got a horizontal stack here, or setup, I've got a vertical stack for work. And the whole reason I didn't stream yesterday is because that stack fell down in the middle of the night. Just crumbled. So that was sick to wake up to. And that monitor is now separated from the casing. So I'm trying to fix it. But thankfully I've got my good one, because I have a 32 and I have a 24 for work. So thankfully, the 24 is the one that broke and not the 32. Because that would have made me infinitely sadder. Yeah, it was crazy. It just fucking, it left a gash in the wall because when it went back, it dug through and then went fucking woo. Awful. And of course, 2 monitors stacked on top of each other. There's a bunch of wires back there for power, for HDMI, tons of wires back there. So my my desk looked like a fucking. It didn't look good. I'll say that. This is Melina, right? Oh, so tanky.
Graceless, tarnished.
I love you.
What is thy business with these thrones?
Oh, not much.
Godric, the Golden.
The Golden.
The
Twin prodigies.
Mikola
and Melania. I love this speech so much.
General
Radahn.
Praetor Rykard.
Fuck Rykard.
Luna
Princess Rani.
Willful traitors.
All.
Thy kind are all of a piece.
They're being built like twinks.
Pillagers, emboldened by the flame
of ambition.
Have it writ upon thy meager grave. Felled by King Morgoth, last of all kings.
Just a silly little guy in a hat. Shit. You weren't supposed to do that.
Put these
Back.
ambitions to rest.
Did you just hit me with a virtue's last reward? Fucking. Oh my god. Oh, that's such an obscure, stupid reference. That's really good. Oh, that's so good. Oh, fuck, that game ended so weird. Whoops. Will you and your delay attacks chill? Yep. I'm never ready for it. It's just silly enough. That was what got me was with all the new lore details that we have and the fact that we know that Mesmer is a child of America. What got me was that it sounded like a real sentence at the start, and then I realized what was happening. It was a beautiful subversion of expectations. All right, I'll give it one more shot and then I'm going to bed. Oh, man. I wish I could erase that game series from my head just to play it again. At least the first one. This is gonna hurt. We're gonna do this all day? Yeah. This fight is mean, man. This fight is mean. He hits really hard. It's really hard. But all right, I'm tired. So we'll call it there. I hate having to do everything by mouse and keyboard right now. I still haven't reset up my stream deck. But we'll call it there. Thank you everyone who tuned in seconds, minutes, hours, or the entire time. I appreciate each and every single one of you. You want to say goodnight, Toffee? No? He's sleeping. Yeah, I'll be back. Fuck, what day is it? Monday? I might be back tomorrow. If not, I'll be back Wednesday. We'll see what I'm doing. But take care of yourselves and those around you. I'll see you on the next one. Toodles.